Here's my 550 gallon poly tank I turned into a bulk feeder, bulk bin. It holds 3,000 pounds, so 1.5 tons of gestation feed for our sows. I just bought this. I think I paid 50 bucks for it. It's white. Any of the poly tanks that are white are food grade. I set it on some cinder blocks. I had to patch a couple holes. I know the paint looks real crude, but it works for right now. With just some plywood, and caulked it and painted the plywood, so hopefully moisture doesn't get through there too bad. Then this is for the lattice or vinyl lattice. This is the end caps. So what I did, I just bought one of the end caps, cut it, and then this is for, I was struggling finding a door. This is for a roof patch. And I bent the edges over so it fills the lattice a little bit better. There's holes here because there's a screw on the back side. If there's a screw all the way through it, like the top and the bottom, it wouldn't allow this to slide. I bought this handle, put this on it. There's wood inside this patch. So you just pick it up. So I just got it filled today. So sometimes it takes a little motivation. Usually I have a scoop for this. And then it'll fill the bucket. Usually I don't have to hit it this much. But like I said, I just filled today, so there it goes. And then I spilled a bunch earlier because I was talking on the phone, filling the bucket. And yeah, usually after the first few buckets it'll all just float. They're pretty easy, but there, then you have a bucket of feed. And it does alright. Like I said, it's 550 gallon. I paid 50 bucks for. That holds 3,000 pounds. The equivalent on a bulk bin is almost $2,000. So even if I did have to pound on it every time, or when it gets really low, I've emptied it twice now, I'll just use a hoe and scrape out the bottom section. If it gets like in here, I'll scrape that out. But again, for the price, not that big of a deal. And I had another one that's actually sitting over there right now that sits here usually. Well, we just had a big storm that knocked it off and it was empty, but I put whole corn in it, and that you don't have to pound it all. The whole corn will come out so fast that you can only open a little bit at a time. But that one I just put a I don't know if you can see it, for the handle I just have a chunk of wood instead of going the fancy route with this one, and it works just fine. I put a bead of caulk just so as the rain hits up higher and rolls down, it kind of hits some of it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'll hit this and kind of beat off a little bit around, but because there are little gaps here. But like I said, we feed every day out of this, so it doesn't mold because it doesn't sit that long. But let me know if you have any questions.